Hey guys, Pontic here, and I'm going to be bringing you another 1 versus 1 I did. So yeah, this time my opponent chose Rome, so I chose Getae. I'll say that. Getae sounds good. Basically, there's a lot of talk about how Getae is like the ultimate counter versus Rome. I won't say the ultimate, but a lot of people think it's a very good counter to Rome, which, you know, there's a general build. It's not completely my own build. It's gotten from other people in the community because it's, I guess, pretty standard anti-Rome build that a lot of people use. So yeah, as you can see, it's made up of 4 noble swords, which quite expensive units. I mean, to have 4 of them, that's usually, I would say, I mean, not normal. But yeah, 4 of those. I got 4 mercenary axe warriors, which are pretty good units, and then 2 falconsmen on each wing, and then a heavy spear on each wing with 4 spear horsemen, 2 on each wing, and then 2 of these bow horsemen, which are pretty good. I mean, you see 40 missile damage is pretty good. And yeah, so basically the main real quick, I want to show you this volley. Just one volley from these horsemen I bring in. I let them get into range, as you see, and then I just give move orders back and let them shoot on their own. I don't give attack orders. Quite a few kills, 7 there, and I'm going to get another volley in right there. And with 2 volleys, I see 15 of them dead. Okay, so I guess the general idea of this build is basically your noble swords are what's going to win the battle for you. So you let those guys tank it out with whatever is facing them, and then you use the rest of your guys as more of just a holding force until your noble swords chop through whatever they're facing. I guess it doesn't matter. Usually your noble swords are in the middle with your axe warriors on either side, but I didn't worry about that. I just left them how it was. So, and then I got falconsmen, which these guys 48 charge bonus, just ridiculous. So have them there to be able to get around the flanks and do some rear charges to help out. Cavalry there just to hold his, plus my spears to hopefully are the things that should turn the cav fight, was my thought process. So see, we're doing some skirmishing. He brings his archers over. I'm actually able to get volleys out, a couple volleys off. I think that's the only one that actually did any kills. I got 5 kills there, and I've lost quite a bit of my horsemen. But it's definitely drawing his guys out, and that's fine by me. So see, I moved up a little bit. In a second I'll start moving up a little bit more. For now, it's kind of just microing with my bow horseman, getting some shots off his cav and different things. So my opponent, let me go over his build. He has 6 legionary cohorts, 2 Astati on either end, 3 auxiliary Syrian archers, 2 auxiliary infantry, 2 sucky equites, 4 sucky equites, and then 1 legatus, however you want to say it. Pretty interesting build. I like it. This is the main infantry corps of decent infantry with these legionary cohorts, and then 4 Astati on the side, which can be pretty awesome units. So yeah, I like the build. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give attack orders, you see. Just having them walk for right now. I'll give them run orders in a second. Bringing my falconsmen up on the sides, and I still have my horseman. He was chasing it with these sucky equites, so I was just going to let him and shoot him as he did. Slowly I'm moving in. He's going to start focus firing in a second with his Syrian archers and get quite a number of kills. See, these falconsmen with 10 armor, they're just going to get decimated by arrows, which is definitely going to hurt me. So in a second, I'm going to start running, get these charge bonuses off. And yeah, I try to get a quick charge into his Astati right here with my spear horseman. You'll notice unbraced. Well, maybe they did brace up at the last second. I don't know. The rest I'm going to use just to hold off his guys. I was trying to go past him, but he does catch him. I'm going to bring my falconsman up. I don't really get a rear charge, but I figured since my cav's there, if I could, I should have pulled my cav out before charging these guys in, really, because they probably won't get as good. Yeah, their charge is going to be disrupted. I mean, they'll still, I guess their kills are going up a little bit. Got my heavy spears, bring into this cav fight, help over there. Same thing on this side. He is focus firing on my heavy spears, and you see they've taken quite a bit of losses there. But I was able to get my falconsman. No, my spear horseman here. My falconsman got caught. And I think they got decimated. I think they're gone. Like, completely off the field. They're already out. I do pull out 1 cav unit just to try to get his archers to stop firing so I can get my spears into here. So I finally do that because, I mean, these spears were already starting to waver. My bow horseman, notice, he stopped chasing him. I'm going to come back and I'm going to have orders just to chase this guy continuously and be firing on this sucky equite unit. And my bow horsemen are actually going to come in handy later on. I mean, they're going to be getting tons of kills. I am able to pull my horseman out that was engaged into the Astati over here, into his general, try to get him taken care of. But at the same time, you notice he gets one of his cav units around, and my falconsmen are actually going to start losing this fight since the Astati are facing him now. But yeah, most of my mercenary axe warriors are, oh, I guess all of them are losing, but my noble swords are winning. But he did get that one Getae that came out into my noble swords, but I already cleaned up 2 of his infantry, so I'm going to start just pushing them along into the flanks of these units. And I have my bow horsemen still just firing on them, and this Getae is going to get demolished pretty soon. His archers are starting to waver from my horsemen there. I'm chasing off his general over here. Still holding over here, but my horses are losing. My spears are doing pretty good, though. And you notice some of my guys are starting to break over here. My mercenary axe warrior I lost, and I'm about to lose 2 more. See, they're starting to waver because he had his cav unit back here causing some damage. But I did get my noble swords now. I'm gonna start having them just corral over here, and they're gonna start tanking. Still have my horsemen back here. They are firing into the back of this auxiliary infantry. They were. I'm about to move my cav out of there, I believe, but I'm gonna move them a little bit to get a better shot, and I'm gonna just start shooting into this massive infantry, try to help out my noble swords. And I do have extra cavalry that I'm gonna be charging in and out over here. Spears are holding against his auxiliary infantry over here, and my cavalry unit is beating his general, which is good for me. And still got my 4 noble swords, which all doing pretty good. I'll have over 100 kills except for this one, but he's starting to move most of his infantry in, so I'm gonna get a charge in and have some more horsemen coming in for a charge. So this is basically what it's come down to. You see the balance of power is in his favor. Yeah, it is in his favor a little bit. So really, this is the part of the plan where it's the noble sword's job to just be beastly, and that's what they're going to start doing. They're going to start tanking like crazy, get tons of kills. So I got my noble horsemen there. I'm firing in with these bow horsemen, which are getting almost about 40 kills for both of them. They were just able to help rout the Astati. I'm going to start switching over to try to take out his cavalry over here. My spears over here are losing, and my horsemen got caught because of his returning Getae, which was routing, but it came back, plus these 2 archers that came back, plus, well, I guess all 3 of his archers were able to come back. So he's going to be able to take that horseman out, and he's going to be firing into my noble swords. So I had extra cavalry I used just to try to hold those guys out from firing. I was able to take out his general with this unit, and I'm going to help try to turn this fight into the favor of my spears here. My other spear horseman over here, you can see it running, did rout, but it did hold these Astati up for a little bit. But now he's going to start having some morale problems. One of them just broke, and another legionary cohort is about to break. I did lose my spear horseman back there, but now you see I have numerical advantage, so I'm going to bring around, and I'm going to bring one to engage his Astati come this way. So I still have my bow horsemen firing into these auxiliary infantry, try to take those guys out so they can't help come fight. He still has, what, 2 archers, weakened Getae, auxiliary infantry over there, another auxiliary there, and then 2 legionary cohorts and a Astati. So, yeah, my infantry is trying to take out these few infantry remaining before he can start moving into range with the rest of them. But for the most part, I would say the battle is pretty much in my favor. You see my bow horsemen were able to rout that guy, the auxiliary infantry spear unit, and I'm going to take out these Getaes next. And his infantry in the middle is breaking, and then pretty soon his auxiliary infantry and his 2 archers will break. But by this time I am out of ammo, so I'm going to send 57 kills, 73 kills. Great. It's amazing. Cheap units got quite a number of kills. So I'm going to go ahead and charge them in just to disrupt these units so they can stop firing. And my bow horsemen able to get quite a few more kills. Maybe not quite a few, but some more kills, I should say. And with that, his middle broke, and I'm going to send 2 noble swords to each side, and he's going to start wavering, and that will be the end of it. See, 3, 2, and yeah. So good game to my opponent. Actually a pretty good build, I would say, against a Roman army. Yeah, see, these bow horsemen did pretty good. I mean, for taking no losses here, 63 kills, and this one didn't take any losses really. I think maybe lost 10-15 horse, but most of that death was when I charged it into the cavalry and archers at the end. And these horsemen actually did pretty good. They did their job. I mean, and then these noble swords, 314, 235. It's amazing number of kills. Falxmen, this one got shredded by archers, so didn't do anything. This one was poorly used, so didn't do much. And the rest of my infantry held, not as well as I would like, but it still got the job done. So there you go. Getae build that could be used against Rome. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.